Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. It's Let It Rip Friday.
Hi, I'm Linda Mitchell, 54-year-old elite obstacle racer, award-winning fitness competitor, gym owner, and author. Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat podcast, where we will approach the difficult topics of life, interview inspiring guests, and bring empowerment to all. This community is a place where we can be who we are instead of who others want us to be. Let's get started.
And now, a word from our sponsors, Essential Formulas.
Believe it or not, weight management is more than simply calories in versus calories out. To achieve your ideal weight, your digestive system must function effectively. I'm Dr. Fred Pescatori, author of The Hamptons Diet and science advisor for Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics. Research has found that there are regulating factors that control absorption of calories and whether they are stored as fat. One of the most significant influences in our ability to keep fat off is having the proper amounts of beneficial bacteria in our GI tracts. These friendly bacteria help in regulating blood sugar and normalizing our appetite. I recommend taking Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics every day due to its carefully selected strains of live beneficial bacteria that work synergistically to maximize health, increase energy through better absorption of nutrients, and help with weight management. I believe that Dr. Ohhira's probiotic is the most powerful and effective probiotic available today. Discover the Dr. Ohhira difference.
Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available at Vitamin Shoppe, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine health food stores nationwide.
Please don't forget to subscribe, rate, and write a quick review. This helps the Sisterhood of Sweat get noticed on iTunes. And I truly appreciate your support so much. We have been consistently hitting top 100 and top 50 for the last 6 months. If you want to help get my message out even more and impact more people's lives all over the globe, please post a picture of my show and tag me at Sisterhood of Sweat on any social media platform. It would mean the world to me. It is my goal to create a like-minded community of women who build each other up to create huge wins in their businesses, relationships, and life. Every Wednesday and Friday, I will be dropping a new show to ignite your life, fuel your passion, and give you the courage and confidence to go after what you want unapologetically.
And I am going to start you off with a quote from my podcast guest, Simone Canego. And I love this quote so much. In fact, it's going to be the basis for this Let It Rip Friday today. We don't need to change who we are. We need to change the way we see ourselves. Simone Canego. And this is so powerful if you can embrace this today and you can really sink into this quote. She was going to climb a mountain and she was a mom of 6 and she had 3 adopted children and 3 that they had prior to adopting. And she only saw herself, she would say, I'm just a mom, or I'm just a this, just a that. And it's the thoughts that would, be in her head. She said she was sitting in a crowd and sitting there speaking to herself in a negative way. And she saw these people up on stage comparing herself to them and thinking, yeah, that'll never be me. And I don't know if you guys do that or you have ever found yourself FOMOing over something that somebody's doing or comparing yourself or not feeling enough in your body or not feeling enough just in general. But that is a pretty powerful statement because it is the way we see ourselves dictates the things that we do. Bam. It dictates the way that we show up in the world. And when we tell ourselves we don't matter, we don't make an impact, nobody sees us, or that we're invisible, or that we're not capable, we're framing the framework. We're letting that define us instead of what we truly are and who we truly are and what we're truly capable of in what we have within us yet to come out. We don't know who we are yet. You don't know what book you're going to write until you put the pen to the paper. You don't know what the movie's going to be until you play out all the scenes, and then the movie may change. You might decide you want to write a new ending to the play. You may decide you want to play the hero of your story today instead of letting other people that are sitting in the cheap seats decide who you really are. And so much judgment goes on. We have judgment in our head. We feel like we can feel people's judgment. We already imagine, what are people going to say if I do this crazy thing that I want to do? Are people going to judge me? Are people going to talk about me? Yeah, they might. But you can't let that water get into your boat, because when you let that negative water get in your boat, you're going to sink. And I wrote an article, and it went in Authority magazine, and then it went into Thrive Global, and it was all about imposter syndrome, about how I was afraid to do everything I've ever done. And, am I enough? Am I going to know what to say? Do I know enough? All of these things that go on in our heads. Everybody feels a lot of these feelings. A lot of the times people are picking themselves apart when they should be building themselves up. And back to my guest, she said she didn't believe in herself. And when she decided to climb this mountain, it made her start believing in herself when she started really striving for something she wanted to do. So taking that action really helped her self-belief, and facing what you're afraid of really helps your self-belief. And that giant of fear could just be a person that doesn't want you to do you, that doesn't want you to show up as you because you're so bright and your light shines so bright, and they don't want it to shine the light on them on what they're not doing or what they maybe don't think that they can do. And back to my article, when it was written and it was out, the lady that wrote the article put me on the side of a building, and it made me laugh because I did not see myself that way. I did not see myself on the side of a building. You're talking about somebody that has suffered from some serious imposter syndrome over everything I ever did, and you're putting me on the side of a building? Really? It was preposterous to me, and I laughed. And how many of you do that in your lives about the way you see yourself, the way you see yourself? And so this is what gets really even funnier. And I never saw myself on the side of a building, but now I am going to be on the side of a building for real, not just in an article in a story where somebody put me on the side of the building. I'm going to be on a billboard in Times Square in December, and it's going to be from the 13th to the 19th, and it might even be another week before that. And it feels surreal, but and also all the feelings of imposter syndrome and all these things creep up because, like, who am I to do this? You have all these feelings that come up, but then you have to be the voice that believes in yourself, that says this creates a platform when an almost 60-year-old grandmother is on a billboard. What could my platform be? It could be against ageism, and that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can accomplish more dreams than you ever did. And I just posted today on Instagram about all the things I did the last 10 years, all of the dreams and things I've accomplished from 50, and I'm 59, so I'm I'm telling you, uh, I'm not 60 yet, but I'm just saying, the platform I could have all about our age could be, it doesn't need to be about your age. It needs to be how you show up in the world. And are you are you fully in? Are you jumping fully into your dreams? Are you sitting back, like I said in one of my podcasts with John Lee Dumas? Are you sitting back with one toe hanging over into the edge of the water? Because when you go after your dreams, you can't worry about what Susie Q or Joe Schmo saying about you. You have to let all that go and believe in yourself and jump fully into that water and get wet, feet and all, get fully immersed in your dream. Because when you look back and you're standing on the top of your mountain, and it's Mount Kilimanjaro or whatever mountain it is you want to climb today, whatever goal you have, when you look back and you see that it started with the first step to get to the altitude and the height that you're at, it's going to be a powerful statement, and it is going to blow you away, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that all started with that first step that I took 10 years ago, and look where I am right now. That platform started when I just said, this is my platform. And when you really look at it, it is all about the way you see yourself. I hope you guys really enjoyed this Let It Rip Friday. And as always, let me know what you think. Share your stories with me. Tag me on Instagram. Your voice matters. You matter. You can do something to make an impact today, no matter how small or how silly or how scary you feel it is. Get out there and live full out. Bye, everybody.
And I hope that all of our listeners have enjoyed this podcast. And if you guys have really enjoyed this, please review us in iTunes and also share this episode with your friends and your loved ones. Thanks again for listening to the Sisterhood of Sweat.